This question comes from, well, me, because now I can't stop thinking about it. What would happen if you filled the Grand Canyon with soda? I don't mean just a little bit. No, I'm talking completely full, wall to wall, top to bottom, with some fizzy, carbonated goodness. The short answer is, you'd have the world's stickiest natural disaster. The long answer is, well, let's see. First, we need to figure out how much soda we're talking about. The Grand Canyon is big, really big. It's about 277 miles long, up to 18 miles wide, and over a mile deep. That's around 4.17 trillion cubic meters in volume. A standard soda can holds 0.000355 cubic meters. So we're looking at roughly 12 quadrillion cans of soda. I'm not even sure there's enough aluminum in the world to make that many cans. But okay, let's assume we've solved the logistics somehow. Maybe we've got some sort of giant soda hose connected directly to an interdimensional cola dimension. The first problem you'd notice is the fizz. You see, soda contains dissolved carbon dioxide, which is kept in the liquid under pressure. The moment you start pouring it into something as huge as the Grand Canyon, you'll be releasing pressure, and therefore a whole lot of bubbles. Imagine shaking a 2-liter bottle of cola, then opening it. Now multiply that by, a few trillion. The initial filling would be more like a colossal brown foam explosion, spewing sticky froth hundreds of meters into the air. The residents of Arizona would suddenly find their houses coated in a thin layer of syrup, and the smell of artificial caramel flavoring would carry for miles. But even if you managed to fill the canyon without triggering the world's largest Mentos commercial, you'd still have problems. Soda is mostly water, sugar, and acid. The sugar, about 106 grams per liter in a regular cola, means that bacteria would have a field day. Within a few days, the canyon would turn into the planet's largest petri dish. The bacteria would feast, multiply, and start fermenting the sugar into alcohol. Congratulations, you've just brewed the world's biggest, worst-tasting beer. Oh, and then there's the acid. Soda has a pH of around 2.5, which is strong enough to dissolve tooth enamel. Over time, that acid would start eating into the rocks, especially any limestone. Granted, the Grand Canyon's not going to dissolve overnight, but you might see strange formations developing on the walls where the soda has been sitting. The smell would be indescribable. A mixture of sour sugar, rotting foam, and maybe some hints of fermented fruit, all baked under the Arizona sun. Insects would love it. Mosquitoes, flies, wasps, an entomologist's dream and a homeowner's nightmare. And when it rains, rivers of cola would flow out of the canyon and into the Colorado River, turning it into something between a soft drink and an environmental catastrophe. The carbonation would also escape over time, meaning your Grand Canyon of soda would eventually go flat. Flat, lukewarm soda is bad enough in a cup. Imagine several trillion gallons of it stretching for miles. The oxygen-deprived, sugary soup would become toxic to most aquatic life, but perfect for certain anaerobic bacteria. You'd probably end up with something resembling a giant poisonous swamp. And then there's the cleanup. Draining the canyon would take years, assuming you could even pump it all out. The remaining sticky residue would cling to every surface. The smell might linger for decades. On the plus side, Arizona could rebrand itself as home to the world's largest soda bath and charge admission to tourists brave enough to wade in. But the biggest danger? Pressure. If you somehow sealed the Grand Canyon full of carbonated soda and capped it tight, the gas buildup from fermentation and temperature changes could eventually create a catastrophic explosion. We're talking a soda geyser big enough to be visible from space, launching sticky caramel rain across several states. The good news is, it'd be the most dramatic commercial for a soft drink in history. The bad news is, everything west of the Mississippi would be sticky for the foreseeable future. In conclusion, filling the Grand Canyon with soda sounds fun in theory, but in practice it would turn into a giant, smelly, insect-infested syrup pit that might one day explode like an overshaken bottle. But hey, at least you'd never run out of soda for your next party.